Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel for a video that's been quite requested for a while actually, and I'm really sorry that I'm uploading this just now. It's not going to be anything about travel today. It's going to be a handbag review, what I originally created my channel for, and it's on my Chanel Jumbo Flap in Jersey that I actually acquired 6 years ago now. Yes, so a lot of you have requested on the original video, which I can link it, but I personally don't like it. I feel like I was quite young at the time, video quality wasn't as good, but you know, you can find all the specs there. However, I'm going to list down below all the specs of the bag again, the price at the time of purchase, the current price if I manage to find out, because I haven't seen a Jersey bag recently in stores. But anyway, so this is going to be a much better quality video, or I hope that it's going to be, but it's going to be an update, so kind of a quick review. I'm not going to go through everything again, but just to show you how the bag has been holding up and what it looks like right now in 2020. So if you're interested in seeing, just stick around, and I'll do some model shots again at the end as well, just so you can see like how it's holding on my frame. So here it is. So just as a reminder, this is the Jumbo Classic Flap in Jersey. So it's not the leather jumbo, it's the Jersey version. I really actually love this bag. This was my very first real Chanel bag, like not you know, a wallet on a chain or an SLG. Like this was my very first Chanel. So I love this bag. I would never let it go of it, and I've had some use out of it, not a lot, because obviously, you know, it's like the quality and price, you don't want to be using this every single day until it's completely worn off. Or personally, like these kind of bags, I like to, you know, get them out for an occasion, or you know, going out for brunch or something. So I've used it, but maybe not every day, so that's why you'll see that it's in a pretty decent condition. I would say it's actually almost like new, so, but you can judge that for yourself. So I keep it in its dust bag. As usual, I keep all my bags in their original dust bag when I can in the box, but you probably know, or if you don't, I move around quite a lot. I move countries many times, so I don't always have all my bags with me, and I cannot always carry the boxes whenever I'm traveling. So I keep the original dust bag, and then I try to stuff them with things that I have at home. So this is the original dust bag, one of my favorites that you only get with the classic flaps, not the black dust bag. So I've kept it inside, obviously to keep it away from the dust, but also just to protect the bag in general. So as you can see, here is the beauty. It feels kind of big, the jumbo, because I have the classic flap in leather and it doesn't feel the same. Yeah, it's pretty huge. So let's take a look at how it held up. So I'm going to show you a close-up of this. So to start with, one of my biggest worries when I first purchased this bag were like the quilts. So I was told many times that with the Jersey you would have these kind of problems. So the quilt wouldn't hold as well as it would with the leather. You probably can see it better if I angle it this way. So as you can see, there's like a little bump, but it's not that bad and it's not that noticeable. So that was my first worry, and actually it didn't happen. I mean, it really doesn't bother me as much. Like I can totally live with a bag like this, like that's totally fine. The only issue, and again, if you're considering, you know, entering Chanel, or if you're considering getting a Jersey bag, you really have to bear in mind that you'll get dust, fiber, hair, everything, you name it, on your bag. Especially when it's a black bag like this one, it does stand out. So if you're a person that would be bothered by this, maybe reconsider. And if it's not something that would bother you at all, then go for it. A lot of people suggested to me after I uploaded my very first video that you can use a lint roller, and that is true. You can, it works. It's just that sometimes I'm a little bit scared, you know, that the tape on the lint roller might be a little bit harsh, and I'm scared that it'll form some kind of balls, but it hasn't so far in 6 years. So it's a pretty good like reference to have, so I think it's going to be okay. In terms of the corners, you can see as well that they're doing really fine. Just try to focus this. Yes, there you go. So yeah, they're doing fine. It's just the color is a little bit washed off. So as you can see, it's a little bit lighter than the rest of the bag. And this is the back of the bag. So same thing with the quilts. Yes, some of them are bumped. You can see like this one. But I think that's, you know, the material more than a problem with the bag itself, because my very first leather classic was purchased 4 years ago, and I don't really have that issue. So I'm thinking it's a jersey, so again, something to consider if you want to buy a jersey bag. That if this is something that could bother you, then maybe reconsider it. But again, it's very mild. You can barely see it, and it's been 6 years, guys. Like, it's not like I bought it last year. And so the inside that I want to show you is probably where it held the best, because obviously the inside is leather. I always stuff it with some random stuff I have at home, and there you go. So this is what the flap inside looks like. It is pristine. It looks new, to be entirely honest with you. I don't know if you remember from my first video, for those of you who watched it, but it was a made in France bag. I'm quite picky with my bag, and I kind of want them to be made in France. Also purchased in Paris, this one. And this is the inside. Barely any wear and tear, to be entirely honest with you. Barely. There's just, obviously for any bag, I think when you open it, you can see the wrinkles at the back, and then that's where you can see the quilt also kind of being a little bit bumped on the inside. But honestly, apart from that, it looks pretty new to me. Like, I don't know, honestly, comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. If you think, you know, it's in a good condition after 6 years. If you think, you know, it wasn't a good purchase, like if you think, you know, the quilt shouldn't do this, let me know your thoughts. Like, really, I'll be really curious to know. And if any of you already have a jersey bag, let me know how you went with yours. I'd love to know as well. And that's pretty much it for the update. Yeah, it's holding well, and honestly, as you can see on camera right now, like when you hold it from far, which is, I mean, when you're walking in the street and you have your bag, like, people are not gonna look at it like super close, right? So from afar, you can barely tell for the quilt. You can barely tell for the fiber pieces that stick on it. It's, to be honest, it's pretty alright to me. Like, I'm very picky and I get easily bothered, but this doesn't. And the chain as well, no wear and tear on the chain at all. I think that's actually better in the jersey for the chain, because I know that the leather chains tend to be damaged. Here you go, here a close-up on top, and that's it. So let me know what your thoughts are, and if you like this video, please push on the like button. And if you want to see more updates, new handbag reviews, or some of my travel vlogs, just subscribe. It will mean the world to me. And as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and do some modeling shots for you.